The moon has darkened, casting a shadow over the land. It is an eclipse like no other celestial phenomenon that carries with it a weight that only a select few can understand. And amidst this rare event, one warrior stands at the edge of his destiny, unsure if he will be consumed by the power within him, or if he can control it long enough to reshape the world around him. Ryuto Kageyama, a young warrior whose powers have been sealed deep within his soul for as long as he can remember, stands alone, the darkness of the eclipse closing in on him. His heart pounds in his chest, his body trembling. He is aware of something stirring deep inside, a power too great to be ignored, too dangerous to be controlled. For years, Ryuto had fought for justice, for his family, and for revenge. The scars of the past ran deep, and he had sworn to uncover the truth behind the betrayal that tore his world apart. But as the eclipse darkens the sky, a new truth begins to emerge, one that will test everything Ryuto believes. Is this power a gift or a curse? Will it destroy him, or will it be the key to unlocking the mysteries of his past? As the eclipse reaches its peak, Ryuto feels the storm rising inside him, the energy building until it's unbearable. Ryuto's life had been one unending struggle. He was once a child full of hope and dreams, running through the fields with his brother, Kazuki, and his family. But that innocence was stolen when a single night of betrayal changed everything. Kazuki, his own blood, had shattered their bond, leaving Ryuto to pick up the pieces of a broken world. Ryuto swore vengeance, believing that it was the only way to right the wrongs. But as time passed, and as his strength grew, so did his doubts. Was vengeance truly the answer? Or was it merely a prison that kept him from moving forward? As he stands in the center of the battlefield, the echoes of his past begin to haunt him. He remembers Kazuki's eyes, the eyes of a man he once trusted, filled with darkness, filled with lies. But that was not the full story, was it? The anger that fueled his quest for revenge now feels hollow, like a shell, a mere shadow of the man he once was. What had become of him? What had he become? The power he once thought would be his greatest weapon is now threatening to consume him. And yet, in this moment of vulnerability, Ryuto sees something he did not expect in an ally. Someone he thought he could trust. Someone who had fought beside him. Someone who had shared his pain, now standing before him as an enemy. Haruka. The betrayal cuts deeper than Ryuto had ever anticipated. His closest companion, the one person who understood his pain, the one who fought alongside him through every battle, had been manipulating him all along. "You don't know the truth, Ryuto," Haruka says, his voice calm but filled with a cruel edge. "All of this, everything you fought for, it was never meant to be. It was all part of a plan that began long before you even realized that Dakeizuki. He was just a pawn, Ryuto. The real enemy is you." Ryuto's breath catches in his throat. The betrayal stings, but more than that, it confuses him. His mind races, trying to process the weight of Haruka's words. Everything he believed to be true, everything he had fought for, it was all a lie. Had he been nothing more than a pawn in someone else's game? And what does it mean for his quest for vengeance? Has it all been for nothing? The world around him begins to shift, the ground beneath his feet cracking as his power erupts from within him. He can no longer contain it. It surges forward, overwhelming him, the energy pouring out like a dam breaking free. The power is chaotic, uncontrollable. His vision blurs, his thoughts scatter, and the darkness inside him fights for dominance. This is no longer just about revenge. This is a battle for his soul. And yet, as the storm rages inside him, a new voice rises from the shadows. This figure, cloaked in mystery, steps forward, their presence commanding and terrifying. The voice is familiar, and yet foreign. It calls to him in a way that both comforts and chills him to the bone. "You think you can control this power, Ryuto?" The figure asks, its tone calm and cold. "You think you can stop what has already been set in motion? You cannot escape your fate." Ryuto's heart pounds harder. The energy inside him is wild now, erratic, and he feels as though he might lose himself to it. He knows that if he doesn't regain control, if he doesn't find a way to stop the power from consuming him, everything he's fought for will be lost. His very existence is on the line. But in that moment, as the figure steps forward, he sees a glimmer of hope, a way out. It's faint, but it's there. Just as Ryuto is about to make a decision, to fight back, to reclaim his mind and his body from the storm within him, another figure appears from the darkness, a shadow from his past. Kazuki, his brother. Ryuto's hand tightens around the energy, and for a split second, he considers ending the fight once and for all. But then Kazuki speaks. "You think you've learned the truth, Ryuto?" he asks, his voice soft but filled with an undeniable weight. The truth is much darker than you know. The eclipse is not just an event, it's a choice. The power is within you, but what you choose to do with it is up to you. Everything crashes down on Ryuto in that moment. The power, the betrayal, the choices he has made, all of it comes rushing at him, overwhelming him. The decision is no longer about vengeance. It's about his soul. Does he give into the darkness that calls to him, or does he rise above it and reshape his destiny? Ryuto stares at Kazuki, the weight of the years of pain and anger heavy on his chest. He can feel the power within him, almost suffocating him. The choice before him is clear. He can let the darkness consume him, let it take over, and destroy everything he once cared about. Or he can choose to fight back, to control the power within him, to become something greater than the vengeance that has defined his life for so long. The air around him is thick with the energy of the eclipse. The ground trembles beneath him, as if the world itself is holding its breath, waiting for him to make his choice. And then, in a moment of clarity, Ryuto makes a decision. As he raises his hand, the energy swirls around him. His eyes burn with determination. No longer is he the vengeful child. He is the warrior who will control his destiny. The eclipse may have awakened his power, but it will not define him. Not anymore. Just as he is about to unleash his power, the figure in the shadows speaks again. But this time, the voice is different. It's one Ryuto never expected to hear again. You think you have control, Ryuto? The voice asks, cold and distant. You've only just begun.